Why does it feel so cold inside my heart tonight? Be my man is what she said. It's not just the wind that's moving around tonight. But quick and clean don't make it right.
Right, I'm on one of my bread and butter spots, and the reason I like this spot here is because it's all the surface has been taken off and it's been taken back to siltstone. And this is siltstone here. I've got to be careful because there's signals in there, but see that stone. At some stage this area has been completely covered by water, and all that stone there, all that is that the clay has run into the big pool of water, settled down and made level after level of what they call siltstone. All those little lines there is silt. It's different from mudstone. Mudstone was the whole lot. Siltstone is thinner and made out of tiny, tiny little particles. So every one of those little lines was a shower that's gone into the water, sunk to the bottom. So even though we're way up above the gully down there, the big gully that they've worked, at one stage, this was the bottom of the ground. And then the earth's folded, pushed up, and pushed this bank up here. But the beauty of it is, siltstone's pretty well impervious. So once it was pushed up here, and the gold was formed and come across the top of the siltstone, it stayed there. And it was pretty easy work for the miners. All they did was take off the little bit of overburden, which was only about as much as that is there now, washed it back and scraped off the gold. And in here, there's a little signal, and the reason it's still there, it's gone down when they've washed, it's gone down into this. See, that stone there has been tilted sideways. When the ground's been pushed up, it's been tilted sideways. That would have been perfectly flat. As you understand, the water comes down, lays like that, and makes a perfectly flat surface, and it's been built up. But when it's been pushed up, it's been turned, and it's made a nice, neat little riffle to catch anything that comes across it. The gold's come across it. It's come down just with steady rain, no great big floods, but it's been carted down and it's gone in here somewhere. And the beauty of this spot is, for some reason, there's been little or no shooting done here, no hunting. So I reckon because we're so far in, the hunters haven't got in here, and they might get in here in the modern day, but back in the day, there's been bugger all to shoot at anyhow. So there's no lead shot, no shell casings, no 22 slugs. If you get a signal that sounds like lead or gold, in this, it's almost inevitably gold. I bigged myself up a little bit there because if this turns out to be a bit of lead, I'll look a bit stupid, but I reckon it's a bit of gold. And you can see how that would make a trap. It's not real big because I think I've moved it and I bloody nearly lost it. I'd say it's gone down in the crevice. No, it's on that stone. And see, that's how he's got trapped. He's been jammed on that. Somewhere the clay's trapped him, and he's on that piece of stone. He's just there now. I've scraped him off with my hand. Thankfully he's in my hand. Now he's on the coil. And there he is. There he is. There he is. He's not real big. But Lyndall and I have only been out here probably half an hour. I shifted spots once and then came down here. That's our first bit for the afternoon. Water washed, came down here. It was probably, well, when the old timers were working it, when the early diggers were working this, they would have been scattered all the way across the surface. The water's come across there, dropped him into the crack. They've scraped it off and missed him and left one for us. So that's their first one for the day.